program. I'd like to now invite Shannon Smith up from Choices, who just is going to provide a bit of an overview of the Choices program.
Thank you, Teresa. So I'd like to attempt to take about 5 minutes to overview everything it is that we do at Choices as dietitians. So I'm Shannon Smith. I'm one of 3 Choices dietitians. Myself and Nicole Federley are full-time with Choices. Nicole is our manager. She oversees all the goings-on within our nutrition team at Choices, and she's actually in Toronto today at a grocery store conference talking about what it is a dietitian does for a grocery store and what's called the return on investment of a dietitian in the grocery store. And we have our 3rd dietitian, Jess Pernack. She's our newest hire. She's in 2 of our stores at Cambie and Yaletown, part-time. And I'd also like to say that I hope everybody enjoyed lunch at Vancouver and Kelowna that was catered by Choices Deli. And that brings us to the fact that the main question of a dietitian in a grocery store, the first thing that comes up is, what do you do? And by the fact that I was serving lunch today, you can see that we wear a number of different hats, which keeps things very interesting, which is lovely. And considering that we receive intern requests for elective placements every year, I thought it was important to let you know what it is that we do and what an intern might experience during an elective placement with us at Choices Markets. So part of my favorite program and part of the job with Choices is our nutrition tours in store. We offer individual tours that are 60 minutes for one-on-ones through the store, and we also offer group tours, 90-minute tours, and it's such a great opportunity to be hands-on with food products. And it lets us bridge that gap of nutrient recommendations that may be confusing for patients that receive a lot of recommendations and get to the store and say, what was it I was supposed to eat? Where's cholesterol in food again? So it's so nice to be able to answer those questions with the foods right in front of them. And on top of that, we are actually in store for full days. And I find this is one of the most surprising facts, especially for fellow dietitians to learn, that we don't just come in for tours or for special events. I work in our Kitsilano store and I spend 2 full days a week in the store. And all of these programs keep us super busy, which is great, but we're just there as a free customer resource because we're employed by the stores. So everything that we offer for the most part is just free advice, free questions and answers, a lot of kind of myth busting, of course, surrounding food and nutrition ideas. So all of these programs keep our days in the store very busy, of course. Our cooking classes are another great way to be able to be hands-on with food, and we team up with a number of different chefs. I believe many of you in Vancouver may have had the opportunity to meet our executive chef, Chef Antonio, at our dietitians event earlier this spring. And so I'll be teaming up with him coming up in October for a FODMAP-friendly cooking class, which should be awesome. If anyone has ventured down the FODMAP diet, you know it can be really daunting to cook with flavor without garlic and onions. So Antonio will be great to provide those recipes, and then I get to stand side by side with him and talk about the nutrition aspect of eating along these dietary guidelines. And within these same spaces, so our cooking classes are offered in Vancouver, Kelowna, and in White Rock. And in the same large room, we offer health seminars. So we actually have Visanto Molina coming in to the Kitsilano store on October 26th to give a bit of an update about vegetarian, raw, and vegan diets. And so those are offered in the same 3 locations, and those are $5 for customers, which is great because it's pretty well free. They receive a coupon when they come in to redeem that $5. And then when we're not doing some of these bigger programs, we do food demos, and mostly based on the produce department. So quick and easy, simple recipes to get more fruits and vegetables into people's grocery baskets. And then on top of that, we have the opportunity to get out into the community and we'll go to large health fairs. So, for example, this year we were at the Gluten Free Expo and the Veg Expo. But depending on which store we might work in, for example, at KITS, I stop in once a month to Westside Family Place to just act as a resource for young parents, answering questions. And so it's a really great opportunity to get out there. And so in terms of what the interns get the opportunity to do, all of the programming behind the scenes gives them a huge variety of options, depending on what they're interested in. So we have lots of consumer writing opportunities, which is such a great opportunity for interns because it's so different from what they might be doing in clinical environments, or even the type of writing that they're doing for the most part in university. We have cookbooks that we actually call our wellness guides because the first half of them are filled with nutrition information, and the second half of them is all recipes to put that information into practice. So we've had interns help us with our cookbooks or wellness guides in the past. We also have in-house branded brochures or nutrition handouts, and we've had interns help implement and plan and write for those, and tons of shadowing, of course, because it's a 1-week placement. So we'll have interns shadow our nutrition tours or the cooking classes and seminars. We've also had, depending on when their placement in, they may help with the program planning for the seminars or cooking classes. And if they don't actually have their placement during when the class is, they're always invited to come back and join us again for it. So, in a nutshell, I think that's pretty well everything that we do at Choices as dietitians. Thank you so much.